there's a line I just love by a historian who's written an article about the history of the term. There's some good academic work out there on this if you want to get into more detail. But he warns, this wonderful quote, to study the history of the word psychosis is like following a mad traveler with only an unreliable narrator as a guide.
Oh, I like
and I love the way this term psychosis, which is used to label people as mad, that itself in his hands becomes the source of madness. You know, it drives you mad if you try to study its history.
There's not a, does that mean there's like not a consistent logic?
No, it's been used in many different ways. And one, I guess for our purposes, I would start my history. It goes much further back and it's been used in a lot of interesting ways. But I would start my history in 1980 with the third edition of the DSM, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. That's been called the Psychiatrist's Bible. Wow. It's put out by the American Psychiatry Association and updated every decade or two.
Can I ask why it's called a Bible?
Well, it's where all of the official diagnoses come from. And it's what insurance companies depend on when they cover, which they often don't, when they cover psychiatric conditions. It's all of the mental, quote unquote, health diagnoses.
When I think of Bible, I think about how different books or narratives got voted in to make the Bible.
Right.
And when I think of the DSM, how do we figure out what's in there?
Right.
People vote.
Yeah.
And so homosexuality was in there, and then it was out.
Right.
Asperger's was in there, then it's out.
Right.
And the meaning of the different diagnoses change over time.
Very much so, right.
But the other thing that makes me think about it is like, it doesn't sound scientific.
No, right.
When you say it's a belief system.
Right.
But not necessarily based on hard science.